Right now, if Taliban identify me, be sure that they will cut my head. I'm really shocked about the Bundeswehr is completely careless about us, especially our rights. If there's a flight and I will go to Germany, it means that the German government saved 4 lives of those people who supported them.
Samin, du hast als Journalist unter anderem Medienarbeit für die Bundeswehr gemacht und dich häufig kritisch zu den Taliban geäußert. Wie ist die Situation aktuell für dich?
Sir, as you know, I was working as a TV journalist for the Bundeswehr from January 2015 till June 2021. My mission was this: to denounce the bad actions of Taliban with the worst and baddest speeches, like criminals, or like against development, like against educations, like against human rights, and they are killing like people, or they are really criminals or something. And the other hand, my mission was this: to support Afghan national security forces and international community forces, like coalition forces, like German forces, like the other US or something, so the forces who are working in the international community cycle. In this case, I have lots of TV spots and reports which shows that I was insulted Taliban on my videos and in my reports, which expected it was the expectation of the mission of the Bundeswehr. Right now, as you know, all the Afghanistan, all the country is completely occupied by Taliban. And right now, as I was fighting with Taliban in the Cold War as a Bundeswehr journalist, right now, if Taliban identify me, be sure that they will cut my head. I'm really shocked. It's a shocking and it's a terrible situation. And sometimes I think that maybe if Taliban kills me in front of my wife and my kids, what will happen? Surely they will be crazy. Maybe what would be the future of my children and my family? This is really hard, and the situation is really hard. On the other hand, as the withdrawal came, German forces were left us, and we also become unemployed. On the other hand, there's problems of money on me right now. How to spend money, where to collect.
Ich verstehe, dass du nicht ins Detail gehen kannst, und trotzdem ist es natürlich interessant. Wo hältst du dich gerade auf? Wie verlief deine Flucht von Masr-e-Sharif nach Kabul, und wie kommst du jetzt an Essen und all solche alltäglichen Dinge?
Almost a week ago, whenever I hear the Taliban is coming close to the center of the city and they are occupied the provinces which are in the neighborhood of Mazar-e-Sharif, I really scared, and I left how I wanted to left house and find some flight ticket and come to Kabul, because Kabul was safe. On that time, there was no any flight ticket, but because all the flight seats were just booked. The flight ticket cost was $75 or $85 from Mazar to Kabul, but there was no any flight. In this case, I tried to hide myself, and I covered my face, and then I went to one of my friend's house close to the airport, which is the house is close to the Mazar airport, and also my friend's house. There was a small shelter. Even I couldn't stand, but there was a small shelter like a cabinet. I was hiding there and tried to find a solution to flight. I was calling everyone that please help me. I have to go to Kabul because there's the threats of Taliban. In this case, I didn't succeed. Whenever it was become on the evening and a night came, one of my friends, which is police, who called me from the airport of Mazar, he told me that there is a passenger who is ready to sell his ticket for you, his flight ticket. I told him that please stop him, I will be arrived. Using from the darkness of the night, I achieved to the airport and asked that passenger that how could I get your ticket. He told me that I'm sending this ticket $300. Whenever I arrived Kabul, it was almost 11 o'clock at the PM. there was no any restaurant or guest houses. Whenever I found a guest house which cost $60 in one night. In this case, I was not afford to be in guest house. Then I was I was sitting in the corner of a street, and then I passed the night like that. Only after 3 or 4 days, I was succeed to invite my family via car, because all flights were canceled. And my family saw lots of Taliban, and they were shocked. And when 1 or 2 days, I tried to get them normal. And right now, the situation is completely, as you know, really hard. And I don't know how to be rescued, because the Taliban members knows who I am. Right now, this is really hard.
Sami, wie muss man sich das vorstellen? Wie bewegst du dich auf der Straße? Du hast gesagt, ihr bewegt euch von A nach B, ihr schlaft in verschiedenen Wohnungen oder Häusern. Wie bewegt man sich auf den Straßen, wenn man in so großer Gefahr ist? Wie läuft das ab?
And now I'm just changing places, because I have lots of friends. Some nights I'm just calling them that, hey, tonight if you have enough place, I will come with my wife or children. Please help me or something. Some of them ignores, or some of them accepts like this. This is really hard situation that right now I'm passing. I found hair fall, and also I lost almost 10 or 12 kilos, as I was a bodybuilder as well. But right now, I think that I'm really a weak guy, because whenever I'm seeing it to my kids and pretending what would happen in the future, it's really annoying me that right now we are just living in a place that even you don't have a right to listen to music. You don't have a right to listen to such kind of t-shirts with the naked arms. It's really hard, and you will know the situation. There are lots of checkpoints of Taliban, but I have to do that. I change during the night. I then do sometimes I tell my wife that pretend that you are sick females. Whenever Taliban asked me, I wear a mask and also a glass or putting something. I'm just telling them that please let me. I'm bringing my wife to the hospital because she is sick and something. Then Taliban allows me. If they want to identify me, or if they identify myself, then it would be really hard. Today I changed my photo and my IDs and lots. I deactivated my Facebook, and I deactivated lots of Instagram or something, and also I changed my photos and IDs and Twitter or like this. And I wish that maybe you, if you don't mind, put some pixels on my face. It's really proud to fight against injustice and getting your right. As you know, this is really also dangerous to speak in front of the medias. And also right now, as Taliban is here, but I also now telling that Taliban is doing such kind of crime. This is also a kind of danger. And right now, my main legacy and my main hope and my main wish is to achieve my goal, because I'm fighting against my rights.